You're romanticizing your losses, and it's killing you. You call it a revenge trading day, like the market owes you something, like you're the protagonist in a story where justice must be served. You say, "I'm in the zone today," like trading is a mystical state of consciousness instead of probability execution. You think, "This is my setup," like the market cares who you are, like the trade has a relationship with you. Here's the truth. The trade doesn't know you exist. It doesn't care about your narrative. It doesn't feel your emotions. It's not your enemy. It's not your friend. It's just data. And when you romanticize it, when you create stories around it, when you treat it like it has feelings, you suffer. Because you're confusing execution with drama. And drama destroys consistency. Let me show you how this happens. Trader takes a loss. Not just any loss, a painful loss. He says, "The market took my money." As if the market is a thief, as if it targeted him specifically. He says, "I'm going to get it back." As if the market owes him a refund, as if the next trade is revenge. He enters the next setup, not because it's valid, because he's fighting back. This is romanticism. You've turned a probability event into a personal story. You've given the market agency, intention, emotion. But the market has none of those things. The market is not your adversary. It's not testing you. It's not punishing you. It's not rewarding you. It's just moving, based on supply and demand, based on liquidity, based on order flow, not based on you. Here's another one. Trader has a winning streak, 3 wins in a row. He says, "I'm seeing things clearly today. I'm in flow state. I'm dialed in." As if he unlocked some mystical trading dimension, as if the market is cooperating with his consciousness. But what actually happened? Variance clustered in his favor. 3 probabilistic events went his way. That's it. No flow state, no clarity, no being in the zone. Just probability doing what probability does. But he romanticized it. He created a narrative, "I'm special today." And now, when the next trade loses, he's confused. "But I was in the zone. What happened?" Nothing happened. Variance shifted, like it always does. But because you romanticize the wins, you can't accept the loss as neutral. Mark Douglas spent 15 years studying this pattern. He called it the #1 psychological barrier to consistent trading. Not lack of strategy, not lack of discipline. Emotional attachment to individual outcomes, treating trades like they're personal, like they mean something about you, but they don't. A trade is just data. Win or loss, it's the same thing. A probabilistic event within your system, nothing more. So why do traders romanticize? Why do we create these narratives? Because the human brain cannot tolerate meaninglessness. You are a pattern-seeking machine. You need causation. You need story. You need protagonism. "I lost because the market was against me." That feels better than, "I lost because variance went against me on this iteration of a probabilistic system." One is dramatic. One is mechanical. And your ego prefers drama. Here's the deeper reason. If trading is just probability execution, then you're not special. You're not a warrior battling the market. You're not a genius reading hidden patterns. You're just an executor, a button pusher, someone following a system across infinite repetitions. And that feels boring. So you romanticize. You create narratives that make you feel like the protagonist. This is my setup. I'm going to crush this trade. The market is testing me. All of it, fiction, created by your ego to feel important. But here's what Mark Douglas discovered. The traders who romanticize the least perform the best, because they're not distracted by narratives. They're just executing. Cold, neutral, mechanical. No drama, no story, no attachment. Just setup appears, execute, move to the next. That's it. So what does Romanticism cost you? Everything. First, the emotional roller coaster. Win a trade? Euphoria! I'm so good! I nailed that! I'm a genius! Loss a trade? Despair. I'm terrible. I'll never get this. I should quit. Up, down. Up, down. You're not trading. You're riding an emotional amusement park. And amusement parks are exhausting. But here's what's actually happening. You won because variance went in your favor on that probabilistic event. You lost because variance went against you on that probabilistic event. Neither outcome says anything about you. But because you romanticized both, you're emotionally destroyed. You attached your identity to noise, and noise is random. So your emotions are random, controlled by variance, not by you. Second, romanticizing weakness as strategy. Example, the one-to-one risk-reward fallacy. Trader uses one-to-one because it feels safer. He romanticizes it. I'm being smart. I'm protecting my capital. I'm reducing risk. But he's not reducing risk. He's reducing discomfort. And he's sacrificing expectancy to do it. He's romanticizing his lack of discipline as prudence. I'm not cutting winners early. I'm locking in profits. No, you're cutting winners early. The romance is the lie you tell yourself to avoid facing the truth you're afraid to hold. Third, revenge trading. You lose. You romanticize it as, the market took my money. So you enter the next trade to get it back. You've created a narrative. This is a battle. You're fighting back. But there's no battle. There's just a system, and you're breaking it, because you romanticized a loss into a war. If you're stuck in this cycle, if you're romanticizing your execution and suffering because of it, check the pinned comment. There's a structure that can help you install cold execution as reflex, not as something you try to do. So what's the alternative? Neutrality. Mark Douglas called it thinking in probabilities, but it's deeper than that. It's treating every trade identically. Win or loss, doesn't matter. Both are just iterations of your system. Both are just probability expressing itself. Both are neutral. Cold execution means you don't celebrate wins. You don't mourn losses. You don't create narratives. You don't romanticize. You just execute. Setup appears. You check. Does it meet criteria? Yes. Enter. No. Skip. That's it. No, this feels right. No, I'm in the zone. No, this is my setup. Just criteria met or not met. Mechanical. Cold. Neutral. Trade plays out. You check. Did it hit target or stop? Target. Exit. Stop. Exit. That's it. No, I knew it would work. No, why did this fail? No narrative. Just outcome occurred. Move to the next. Here's the beautiful part. When you stop romanticizing, you stop suffering. Because there's nothing to suffer about. A win isn't validation. A loss isn't failure. Both are just data points in a probabilistic system. And data points don't have feelings, so you don't need to have feelings about them. This is what separates amateurs from professionals. Amateurs romanticize. They create stories. They ride emotional roller coasters. Professionals execute. They follow systems. They stay neutral. One is exhausting. One is sustainable. One is drama. One is mastery. Accept the risk. Follow the plan. Let probability work over 100 trades. That's the entire game. Not one trade, 100 trades. Not this outcome, the aggregate outcome. Not your narrative, the system's edge. Cold execution isn't emotionless. It's just not confused. You know what you're doing, executing a positive expectancy system across infinite repetitions. Individual outcomes? Irrelevant. System performance over time? Everything. So how do you actually do this? How do you stop romanticizing and start executing coldly? First, stop naming things. Revenge trading day. Delete that phrase. There's no such thing. There's just trades you took outside your system. Flow state. Delete that phrase. There's no such thing. There's just variance clustering in your favor temporarily. My setup. Delete that phrase. It's not yours. It's a probabilistic pattern that occurs in markets. You're just executing it. Every time you name something, you romanticize it. Every time you romanticize, you attach emotion. Every time you attach emotion, you suffer. So stop naming. Start observing. Second, treat wins and losses identically. Same review process, same emotional response, same next action. Win. Criteria met, executed, outcome occurred. Next. Loss. Criteria met, executed, outcome occurred. Next. Identical. No celebration, no mourning, no difference. Because there is no difference. Both are iterations of the same system. Both are neutral. Third, track process, not outcomes. Stop asking, did I make money today? Start asking, did I follow my system today? If you followed your system 10 times, you had a perfect day, even if you lost money. Because you're not trading today. You're trading the next 1,000 days. And over 1,000 days, your system's edge wins. But only if you execute it, not if you romanticize it. Fourth, remove yourself from the narrative. The market didn't take your money. You risked capital on a probabilistic event and variance went against you. The market didn't give you money. You risked capital on a probabilistic event and variance went in your favor. No taking, no giving, no intention, no emotion. Just probability. You're not the protagonist. You're the executor. And executors don't romanticize. Here's the truth Mark Douglas spent his career teaching. Trading psychology isn't about controlling your emotions. It's about not generating unnecessary emotions in the first place. And the fastest way to generate unnecessary emotions? Romanticize. Create narratives. Give trades meaning. Attach your identity to outcomes. Make it personal. But it's not personal. It never was. A trade is just data. It's not testing you. It's not punishing you. It's not rewarding you. It's not your enemy. It's not your friend. It's just an iteration of a probabilistic system. And when you see it that way, everything changes. You stop riding the emotional roller coaster. You stop romanticizing discipline failures as protection strategies. You stop revenge trading because there's no revenge, just broken execution. You stop celebrating wins and mourning losses differently because they're the same thing. Probability expressing itself. Cold execution is the answer. Not cold as in heartless, cold as in neutral. Accept the risk, follow the plan. Let probability work over 100 trades. That's it. No drama, no narrative, no romance, just execution. And when you do that long enough, you realize something profound. Trading was never about you. It was always about the system. You're just the one pressing the buttons. And buttons don't need narratives. They just need to be pressed. Stop romanticizing. Start executing. That's the shift.